And good morning, Minecraft. This is Mr. Kassarian, and welcome to another episode of my Let's Play series. So, what are we going to work on today? Well, we're actually going to do some interesting work and get started with Thaumcraft. So the first thing we're going to need is a fire shard, or any shard, a stick. I wonder if I can use a force nugget for it. I'd be surprised if I could. Nope, has to be a gold nugget by the looks of it. If I check out the apprentice wand. Oh, it's not showing. Interesting. Alright, so let's go find a piece of gold and let's make ourselves a wand, shall we? Gold. Drop. Get 9 nuggets out of that. Alright, I have my clipboard on me. Let's put one, a stick, and a shard. Gets us the wand of the apprentice. Now, there's not much we can do with this until we take our wand and we right-click on a bookshelf. Bookshelf? Oh, don't have enough charge yet. Alright. The good thing is that it's actually charging in my base. Yeah, it is. In one of my other playthroughs, there we go. Right-click. We get ourselves our Thaumanomicon. Right. So what this does is this shows us all the research available to us. How do we do research? Well, hold your horses, we're getting there. So this is pretty cool. Now, kind of an achievement window style. This is the stuff we already know. I'll leave you guys to go through that yourself, but we'll be covering a fair amount of it. Now, get back here. We'll be covering a fair amount of that actually in the next few episodes. So let's resort this. What am I looking for? Right, I need to make 2 tables. This table, actually. Wood and slabs, okay. Do I have any slabs hanging around? I have 3 slabs, okay. So let's go wood and slabs, just like that. Let's get ourselves some more. Do I have any? I must have some slabs laying around somewhere. Hello? I didn't realize I had aluminum up there. I'll have to process that down. Nope, doesn't look like it. Alright, I guess we're getting jungle wood slabs then. Put that across, and that, and that. Now we're also going to need some scribing tools. Feather, glass, ink. Okay, we can do that. And let's get ourselves some clay. Put a feather around here somewhere. A feather and some ink. And actually, you'd be surprised how long it took me adventuring to find that stuff. Let's get these. The files come in really handy later, so might as well get them now. We get ourselves some scribing tools. Now we take our table and our scribing tools. And where do we want to put this stuff? Let's put it over here for right now. And we just right-click. And it turns into a research table. Nice. So how does research work? Remember, guys, by the time you're watching this, the new Thaumcraft is already out. We are on 1.5.2. This is old Thaumcraft, so this is not what you're going to be used to, what you're going to be seeing on other channels, especially as time goes forward. Now, we may update at some point in the future, but not right now. So let's get ourselves a stack of paper and cobblestone. Let's make ourselves some more torches. Yeah, okay. You know you've been playing Thaumcraft a little bit too much when you can remember the recipes off the top of your head. The research right off the top of your head. Of course, some would say there's nothing so crass as too much Thaumcraft. Okay, so we have that. Alright, now let's run back over to our research table. And I will explain how this thing works. So the research table, put your paper in here. Paper. And then you put in what you want to... And then you put in what you want to research, unless you're like me and you forget. I need some of you. Definitely going to need some of you. How much coal do I have? Another stack. Another stack. Okay, plenty. So let's run over here. Okay. So you put your items in these 5 slots over here. I only really ever use the top one. So let's put some coal in. You'll see all of the aspects it has. It has ignis, potentia, and saxum. So fire, power, earth. Makes sense. Then you click this button up here to start researching. Hey, what just happened? So one of those aspects is involved in a research. We don't know what that research is yet, and we don't have any hints. But if we keep clicking... Okay, fire. Fire is one of them. Now, right now we're on cursory, which gives you a lower chance of losing the items. With common stuff like coal, I usually switch to thorough. Ah, there we go. So what is this? Nitor. Now, I know what Nitor is. And I know I'm going to need Lux for it. And we're done. Once all aspects are in position, this will turn into a discovery. And we just got Nitor. This glowing flame seems to be fueled by magic itself. The number of uses for an ever-burning flame seem endless, but unfortunately doesn't seem to produce much heat, though it could prove to be a steady source of light and energy. Right-click. Let's check out our Thaumonomicon. So this is a crucible recipe. It needs ignis, lux, and potentia in it. So why don't we make ourselves a crucible now? What we're going to need is some iron, actually. Let's go over here. We'll just steal some iron right out of this chest and use it in here. So all you do is you create yourself a vanilla cauldron, okay? Just a normal vanilla cauldron. And I'm going to want some netherrack and probably a flint and steel. Do I have netherrack around here somewhere? Netherrack? Let's get some flint, because I don't think I actually have any flint and steel. Doesn't look like it. So, we'll take our clipboard. I don't even need my clipboard, do I? Flint. Steel. I always wonder why they made that a shaped crafting recipe. It never made much sense to me. So the crucible's going to need heat, right? And this will not be its final resting place. So those of you who know Thaumcraft can stop yelling at me right now. What do you... Jerk. Okay, because we have spawn protection, I can't actually use that flint and steel right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually come over to here. I know that we're researching and producing in different areas, but it's okay. We'll come over to here, which should... Crap, I can't do it over there either. There's a room there. I know there is. Let's give myself a little more space here. If you can't tell, I'm already not the world's biggest fan of permissions. Okay, I know I'm inside of my... Like, I seriously, I know I'm inside of my... Because this was the first chest I put down, I think. I'm wasting some alamite there. Okay. How am I going to start a fire then? Right. I'll be right back. Alright, so I think the anti-griefing system is resolutely preventing me from lighting anything on fire with flint and steel. So we're going to try the lava solution, because you can heat your crucible with lava. I prefer to use fire, because it tends to be a little safer than using lava to do it, but If that's what the server's going to make me do, that's what the server's going to make me do. So let's get upstairs. I still haven't figured out how the claim system actually works. Whether it's a three-dimensional space, whether it's, you know, ground to ceiling, how that works out, I have no idea. Oh. Okay. How am I wrench on me doing? No, I don't. I'm still somehow getting some power. I don't know how that's even working. Okay, so let's go over here. Of course, it says the advantage of it being able to put it back where I wanted to. And let's get some cobble. Oh, excuse me. That was my, hey, you should be waking up for work now. So let's get ourselves a cauldron. Place it right there. Give it a good old whack with our wand. Awesome. Now we're going to need to get some water. Wood. Wood. 2 buckets should do the trick. So we're going to need to make ourselves a water source out there. 1 and 2. Okay. So let's run back down here. And get our pick out to make ourselves just a little infinite water source block. Do it there, 1 block space. Like that, and then we fill up the cauldron. Alright, so now let's see what that recipe is for Nitor. 4 Ignis, 4 Potentia, 6 Lux. What does coal have? 2, 2. So that's 4 Ignis, 4 Potentia. And torches have 1. So if I go to 6, I drop it in. And it's now in the crucible. All it takes is a whack with the wand, and I get myself some Nitor. Dibis. No. Just no. Alright, let's refill that. Now, Nitor is pretty cool stuff, actually. In fact, I don't even... I think this will work nowadays. Let's see if it does. Because I remember reading about that. Yeah, look at that. It's bubbling away. So, yeah, the lava was just a temporary solution until I could get myself some Nitor. Look at that. We are bubbling away with a crucible. So that's the basics of Thaumcraft. Now, I'll be right back once we're ready to do something a little different. Alright, so if you noticed, we have a bunch of stuff in our inventory. I just noticed, by the way, that this is coming out letterboxed. I apologize. I'll have that fixed for the next episode. So, we had some stuff cooking. Let me get that out. I had some stuff cooking in my furnace, making up some bricks for myself. Because it's time to make a coke oven. Let's get that. And if I go 1, 2, 3, 4... 1, 2, 3. Look at that. Balance. And I'm going to need some more sand. Just about a stack, though. Which is, I believe, something I can handle straight from that barrel. I'm not too certain, but I think I can manage it. Yeah, okay. So now if we try that one again. And we get 52 of these. Now, this is from Railcraft, and it's a multi-block, 3x3x3 and hollow. Which means that it's 3x3x3, and in the center block, there's 1 block missing. The center level, there's 1 block missing. So what we're going to do is we're actually not going to put it in there. We're going to put it out here, I think. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Is there enough space to get through here? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Out like this. And like that. Just for good measure, let's put a second one right here. Sorry about that. That's my second it's time to wake up alarm. Because I honestly need those in the morning. Especially for school and work. Let's get that set up. And like this. And like that. Okay, so what do these things do? Well, these things burn coal to produce coal coke. And coal coke is basically a purified version of coal. If I look it up in NEI here, coal coke produces 16,000 EU per tick, EU at 10 EU per tick in a generator. Coal only produces 4, so you're basically quadrupling it. Now, what you can also do, you can also make sugar coke. Yeah, you can make sugar, cactus, and coal. And that's sugar charcoal. Or cactus charcoal. So now that we have that done, let's get ourselves 2 stacks of coal. And this is actually a byproduct reaction. We're not necessarily producing 2 coal, please. We're not trying to produce coal coke. What we're producing actually as the primary is creosote oil, which is used for weatherproofing wooden items, such as, well, the only real use for it in this game is wooden ties, actually. So let's come over here, drop that in. And this is not a fast process, by the by. This is painfully slow, as you can tell. I think it's, is it 1 minute per? Yeah. So it takes a fairly long time for these things to process down on you. But at quadrupling the amount of EU we're receiving, sounds good to me. So put those out here. I have a nice overview of them from my factory floor over here. From the manager's office where I can view the factory floor. Probably kick out this wall as well in a little bit. So what we're going to do now, because I think we have plenty of time left, is let's get ourselves... Oh, we already have the centrifuge now, don't we? Aha. Let's find ourselves that centrifuge. Should be around here somewhere, right? Yes, there we go. Remember we made this accidentally the other time? I know I have some stuff around here somewhere. There we go. I just need 1, please. I need a wrench. If I knew where my wrench went. Just double click on this, by the way, to put it into highlight search mode. There we go. Seems like server's going to need a reboot soon. But that is not my department. Thank goodness. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to break that. And we'll put our conduit down right there, and our centrifuge goes in. Now what we need to do is get some honeycombs from our bees. Bees, bees, bees. I have a cactus farm up there, but I actually prefer not to use it as much, because I tend to lose most of the cactus in the harvesting. There are easier ways to do it, better ways to do it. I actually prefer Red Power 2 block breakers, to be honest with you. So let's jump up here. Let's get some mundane combs. Sorceress, Princess, and drones. And for all of you guys who are already shouting that I need to do this automatically, with the bee houses, there isn't any way to do this automatically. You literally just have to sit through and do this by hand. It's not until you get some seed oil and you can get to the apiaries that you can actually automate them. The bright side is these actually have better production than an unframed apiary, for those of you who know your forestry. Okay, so now we have some combs. Let's put them into our centrifuge. You can see I have an input here and a nice big output over there. So let's put that in. And I suspect I'm going to want to get myself a hopper. I think that's going to be a good idea. Excuse me. Do I have any spare chests laying around somewhere? No, I don't. Okay. That's fine then. I'll just do this. Like that. Thank goodness for the Forge or Dictionary. And hopper. Perfect. Used up the last of that iron too. So let's run back over here. Now I'm not going to set up a full beeline yet because it isn't automated, but this should be good. just like that. Throw our mundane combs in. You can see we're getting beeswax and honey drops. And actually what I want the most right now is the beeswax, believe it or not. Because the beeswax can be used to make pipe waterproof. Beeswax to pipe waterproof. Which makes a lot more sense than cactus in my brain, but that's neither here nor there, I guess. So let me come over here and find some pipes. Need 2 of these. Need that. Gonna need that. Yeah, I'm gonna need this anyways. Because what we're gonna have to make are some pistons. I'll be right back once I get this all set up, guys. Alright, so you guys are probably pretty familiar with at least how the wooden waterproofs work. Wooden waterproofs plus engines, of course, pull stuff out. So let's go under the ground here. Oh, right. Let's go down to here so we can put a cover on all this. And here. Why, hello down there. Okay, so what... Oh, jeez. I think got a little confused there. So what we'll do is upstairs here... Oops. Huh. Yeah, okay, that should work. We're going to go over here, like that. All right. So we already have some creosote oil building up. It's every process nets you about half a bucket, I believe. So we'll go here and here and there and there. Okay. So now let's get out our clipboard. Let's get ourselves 2 of those and some cobblestone. Okay. And actually, let's get some pipe. Okay. So if we come down, right? I think I should be able to knock this out without making myself too difficult on myself. So we're going to come straight down. Right? No, I didn't want you guys to do... There we go. But now we run into an issue. Well, these two need to split, and I don't want any of the liquid traveling in a weird direction. Well, that's actually pretty easy to solve, believe it or not. I'll just knock some of this out like this. Okay. That's actually pretty easy to solve. All we need is what's called an iron pipe. I thought I brought some iron with me. Could have sworn I brought some iron with me. I have some iron ore with me. Huh. Okay, I didn't bring any iron with me. Could have sworn I did. Let me knock that out. Throw that there. Okay. Like, really, I could have sworn I brought some iron with me when I did this. Huh. And in the meantime, we're going to grab some sand, just for good measure. So I'll be right back once we're actually prepped. Alright, and we're somewhat prepped. So an iron pipe is made like every other pipe in Buildcraft, quite simply, like that. Let's get a single piece of pipe waterproof, and let's turn one of those iron pipes into an iron waterproof pipe. And what these do is they actually control the flow, the direction of flow. So you can tell them, hey, I only want stuff to flow this way. You have 2 inputs and only 1 output, rather than the liquid kind of deciding at that second where it wants to go. So if I stick it there, right, and then I take my cobblestone waterproof and I just run it like that, I can take my wrench and say that the dark side is the output. So if I turn these 2 engines on, I wouldn't have anything to worry about. Let's throw that there and that there. But we're not quite ready yet. You guys have seen me use tanks to store liquids before. Now, we're not quite to the point of being able to use a big Railcraft tank for it, but I can certainly use some Buildcraft tanks again. I think I have some glass cooking up in here. The server's been on for too long, it's getting grouchy. So if we do that, balance it. Close enough. 3 should be fine for right now. We're not going to be doing a lot of... I don't have any chunk loaders yet, so it's not like this will be running when I'm logged off. So let's just run over here. Let's go. Just like that. And then that should... Why did I go that way? If I go in between these guys, I can turn that on and that on. And you should be able to see the creosote oil is going to flow out. It's traveling a little bit slowly, but that's okay. Oh, oops. Let's put that there. And it's now going to fill those things up. See? Filling it up quite nicely. And this thing is going to merrily pump its way along. And these 2 are going to produce coal coke for me. Alright, looks good to me. So, looks like the server's getting a little bit laggy. Seems like a good place to wrap up the episode, so I want to thank everyone for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, rate it, give me a comment, a like, just something to know, you enjoyed this episode. Feeling especially generous, you can also donate. That would also be greatly appreciated. Alright, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. This has been Mr. Kassarian, and as always, happy mining.